Hi there, this is Butch Peel with Chicago Gaming Company. Commercial computer chassis were used as the brains or processing units in these early Arcade Legends or Ultimate Arcade cocktail video games. The basic input-output system, or BIOS settings of the motherboards in these computers are used when the system boots up to tell the motherboard how to interact with all of the computer peripherals connected to it, monitors, controllers, disk drives, etc. These BIOS instructions are stored in memory on the motherboard itself. The motherboard is able to remember these settings when the power is off with the help of an onboard lithium battery. Unfortunately, this lithium cell, like all batteries, drains over time. When it gets to the point that it can no longer power the motherboard's memory, the BIOS instructions are lost. Everything basically reverts to the motherboard manufacturer's default settings. In short, the Arcade Legends or Ultimate Arcade system tries to boot up but cannot complete the process without its specialized BIOS instructions. We made this video to show you step by step how to replace the motherboard's lithium battery, restore the factory BIOS settings, and get your Arcade Legends or Ultimate Arcade system back up and running again. To complete this job, you'll need a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, a wired USB keyboard, and a new CR2032 3-volt lithium battery. Let's get right to it. Before doing anything, power the system down and unplug it from the wall outlet. Next up, locate the side access panel on the cabinet and the 2 black Phillips head screws holding it in place. Using a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, remove both of these screws. Reinsert one of the screws you just removed into one of the holes in the access panel. Push it to one side and use it as a handle to help you pull out the top edge of the panel. Pull the panel up and out of the side of the cabinet and set the panel and screws aside. A quick shock hazard warning. Keep hands and tools well clear of the backside of the CRT monitor and all of the circuit boards and brackets attached to it. These components hold a significant electrical charge, even when the system is powered off and unplugged. The system's computer controller is in the bottom of the cabinet in a metal box. We'll need to remove the lid of the box to get to the motherboard and its battery. There are 2 Phillips screws holding the lid in place. Use the number 2 Phillips screwdriver to remove the screws. Move the green ground wires that were under the screw on the right off to the side. Set the screws aside, then, using both hands, lift the back edge of the cover up and slide it straight back toward you, then carefully remove it from the cabinet. Looking down into the metal box, you'll see the computer's motherboard and its battery, specifically a CR2032 3-volt lithium coin battery. Carefully remove the existing battery. The holder is extremely fragile. Press down on the battery and slide it backward a little in its holder. This will free up the front edge of the cell and allow you to lift it up out of the holder. Reverse these steps to install the replacement battery in the same orientation as the original, with the engraved side facing up. Next up, locate the system USB connections at the back of the metal box. There will be a cable clamp and screw holding them in place. Using your number 2 Phillips screwdriver, remove the screw and pull the 2 USB connections loose from the back of the computer. Get out your wired USB keyboard and plug it into one of the 2 USB slots. Plug your system back into the AC wall outlet, turn it on, and repeatedly press the delete key on the keyboard as the system boots up. In a few seconds, the motherboard's BIOS setup screen will appear on the monitor. Use the keyboard arrows and enter key to navigate through the list and make changes as necessary to match the settings specified here. If additional integrated devices are shown for your computer, leave them on their default settings. You can access and download the full BIOS settings list for this motherboard on the address shown in green. When finished updating settings, use the Exit and Save Changes command to exit BIOS setup. The system will reboot with the restored settings. Power the system back down and unplug it from the wall outlet. Unplug the USB keyboard and reconnect the 2 USB system cables that you removed earlier. Reinstall the cable, clamp, and screw that you took out earlier also. Okay, time to reinstall the lid on the computer's metal box. Carefully slide the back edge along the top of the box, holding the front edge up until the lid snaps into place. Ensure that the lid is completely seated by firmly pushing it down, then back. Reinstall the 2 screws that hold the lid in place. Do not forget to reattach the ground wires to the metal box with the right side screw. Last thing, replace the cabinet side access panel. Slide the bottom edge of the panel in first, then push the top edge into place. Reinstall the 2 screws you removed earlier. All done. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Time to challenge someone to a game of Centipede. Have fun, and we'll see you next time.